Alright guys, today I have another full body reformer workout for you. Now, this one's a little bit more advanced, okay? So, we're going to be standing on the reformer quite a bit. If you're not comfortable with standing on the reformer, I will give you modifications. Most of them will be down on your knees, and then that brings the level down quite a bit. So, the reason this one is more advanced is because you will be standing on the reformer, but I'll give those modifications as we go, just in case you want to continue to try to give yourself a try and see if it works out for you. Some standing might work, some kneeling might work. So I want you to listen to your body. Everybody's at a different place. Every day is a little different. The body sometimes just isn't ready for certain moves. So I want you to really listen to your body, okay? Number one thing always in Pilates is listen to your body and really be in tune with it. Okay, so today we are going to start out on one red spring. I am on a balanced body reformer, a studio reformer. So I have switched my springs out since purchase. So I have two reds, a green, a yellow, and a blue. So I do have that extra light spring. I am going to be using that extra light spring for quite a bit of class because the standing work will be done on that extra light spring. If you only have a blue, like when you purchase the reformer, you can absolutely try that blue spring and see how that works for you. Your range of motion just might be a little bit different, all right? And I'll speak to that as well as we work out. All right, this workout should be about 45 to 50 minutes. I have a nice little stretch at the end, but we're gonna start really heavy in those abdominals, all right? So come with me, come down onto your reformer. Now my headrest is down because that's where we're gonna need it to be when we're standing, but in our abdominal work, I'll give you the option to bring that up. All right, my toes are turned under on that little platform right behind me. My hands are down on the reformer, shoulder width apart. So you want to find that nice 4-point heel right off the get-go. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath those hips, and my knees are about 4 inches apart parallel. Now go ahead and spread those fingertips as wide as you can and find that little suction cup right in the center of the palm. That's what we want to find, like Spider-Man. All right, so right from this position, toes are turned under. We're going to find a hover and a hold. So we're going to activate that core. So I want you to take a nice exhale. Inhale, hover those knees 1 inch off the carriage and hold. I don't want you to take that carriage out. That carriage stays home against the bumpers. So different here. I want you to pull the carriage into the bumper. Don't let it go anywhere. Keep those knees low. Pull that belly button up and in and lift out of that shoulder. For 6, for 5, last 4, you've got 3, last 2. Set those knees down nice and soft, just like those kneecaps are glass. You want to go nice and soft, okay? We're going to go 3 more times, just like that, really getting that core to light up. All right, nice exhale to prepare. Inhale, lift those knees 1 inch and hold, lifting up out of those shoulders, nice little dome between the shoulder blades. Pull that belly button up and in like you're holding a little blueberry in that belly button. You don't want to let it go. Knees are 1 inch off the carriage. You're here for 6, for 5, last 4. Pull that carriage into the bumper. Last 3, last 2. Set those knees down nice and soft. We're going to go 2 more times. So if you need to give those wrists a quick little roll out, go ahead. But I want you to spread those fingertips. Find that suction cup again. All right, knees are underneath those hips. Here we go. We're going to hover on that inhale and hold. Hold it there. Pull the carriage into the bumpers. Lift up out of those shoulders. Lift those shoulders off those wrists. You're here for 8, for 7, for 6, last 5. You've got 4. You're here for 3. Last 2. Set it down nice and soft. Last time. Last time here. Okay, so that core is really going to be on. It's going to set us up for a nice long abdominal circuit. Okay, so nice exhale to prepare. Inhale, hover those knees 1 inch, hold. Pull the carriage into the bumper. Activate the whole core. I want you to take it out of the quads and bring it up into the core. You're here for 8. For 7, toes are light. For 6, for 5, last 4. You've got 3, last 2, and set those knees down nice and soft, guys. So good. Come on up. Roll out those wrists. We're going to stay on that one red spring, and we're going to lie down on our back. Now, if you'd like your headrest up, you can go ahead and put it up. Okay, mine has 2 settings. Just gonna go for that midway. Coming all the way down, my feet are gonna come to my foot bar. My foot bar is in the very upright position. Now my foot bar looks a little different than maybe yours does. I have the infinity foot bar. Either way, same thing, you want it in that full upright position. Okay, come all the way down on your back. Good, and now bring the balls of your feet to that foot bar. Okay, my feet are about 4 inches apart, parallel. I've got the connection from the base of that, or right underneath that big toe, all the way to the base of that pinky toe, that 5th metatarsal. So nice, that little padding for the footbed, or for the ball of the foot, that's where we want that connection to be. Okay, right from here, we're gonna bring the fingertips behind the head. Now I know it's a little uncomfortable with the shoulder blocks, but we're not gonna be here forever. Okay, so I want you to think about extending those legs and taking an ab curl. So we're gonna inhale, send those legs all the way out, and we're gonna take a nice little ab curl when we're all the way out. Exhale, bring it back in, head comes down, knees bend. Inhale, lengthen out those legs, take that little ab curl, bring it all the way back in on that exhale. Inhale, curl up as you extend those legs, full extension of that knee joint. Exhale as you bring it back. Good, curl. Pull that belly button up and in, and bend it back. Good, lift and curl. Pick those shoulder blades up off the carriage. Good, we're going nice and slow, just like this, so follow my pace. Good, we've got 4 more here. Extend and curl. Good, last 3. Excellent, guys, good. Last 2. Good, we've got one last one. And bring it all the way back. Now, we're gonna keep those hands behind the head, but my right leg is gonna hover over the foot bar. Okay, now, we're in that bent position, but I'm gonna extend that left leg, and when I do, I'm gonna take an ab curl or an ab twist to the right. So hands stay behind the head. I'm going to extend that leg, and we're going to twist as that right knee bends in, and then extend it back out to start. Extend the left leg, bend the right leg, twist those left ribs towards that right inner thigh, and come all the way back down. Good. Left ribs, right inner thigh. I want you to think about the rib cage twisting, less about the elbow. We don't want to think about the elbow. I don't want that elbow to touch the knee. Ribs twist. Good. We got 6 more on this side. Good. We're here for 5. Good, for last 3. Good, you've got 2. Good, last 1. And bring it all the way in. Now, both toes, before we take the other side, both toes are going to hook underneath that foot bar. They are still 4 inches apart parallel. So they're not really gripping, they're just touching underneath that foot bar. Hands are going to come out alongside those thighs, fingertips pointing forward, palms facing in. We're going to find a little curl and maybe touch that foot bar, okay? So inhale to prepare. Exhale, nod that chin, round it up, reach for the foot bar, and then come all the way back down nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale, round and curl, big reach through those arms, and then coming all the way back down nice and slow. So I'm mostly concerned about your rate of speed going down to the carriage. Want you to make it nice and slow. So that eccentric release of those muscles. Good, really taxing that core. Good, exhale, curl round. I don't want to see a lot of hiya, like a lot of momentum. Okay, I want to see a nice peel and curl of that spine. Good, let's go for 6 more here. Excellent, you guys. Good, last 5. Good, 4 more. Coming back to that neutral spine position every time. Good. Last 3. Good. 2 more. So quiet in here without music, right? So I don't use music just because we don't own the rights, but I want you to play your own in the background. Good. And bring it all the way down. All right, let's bring those toes back to the top of the foot bar. Give that belly a little release, give those abs a little release. Okay, now the left leg is gonna hover over the foot bar, so hands are gonna come or fingertips back behind the head. Now again, it is not about the elbows reaching the knee. Okay, it's about those right ribs now. They're gonna twist to the left inner thigh. So on our inhale, we're gonna press that right leg out, pull the left knee in, twist, and come back to start. Extend, twist those right ribs, and bring it back. You're bringing that left knee over the top of the left hip, not over the belly button. Okay, that knee stops at the hip. Good, let's go 6 more here. Good, we've got 5. Good, last 4. Good, 3 more. Good, 2. And last 1. And bring it all the way back in. So good. Give those abs a nice little release. If you need to hug the knees into the chest, that's fine. And we're going to come all the way back up. So we're coming up, and we're going to come off to the right side of our machine, okay? So red spring stays on. We're going to work on a lunge that's going to take us into a jumping lunge. Okay, now, just a reminder, I layer through most of my exercises. So as I layer, it gets more difficult. If a layer doesn't work for you, you stay at the layer below and just stay a little longer there, okay? So I want you to, again, listen to your body. Right foot is flat on the floor, and then that left foot is going to come up against that shoulder block. My left knee is lifted off the carriage, okay? So from here, we're going to extend that left leg out to get that left leg as straight as possible. Hands are still on the foot bar. We're going to bend the right knee into that lunge. Right knee stays in front of the ankle. Inhale back up. Good. Left leg doesn't change anymore. Right knee bends, stays in front of the ankle, and inhale to come back up. We're exhaling. Torso tilts as we bend into that lunge. Good. Keeping that belly button nice and tight. And lifting up. Good. So I want you to think not about pushing the carriage, okay? I want you to think about the carriage is moving because you're simply bending that right knee. Okay, so the right knee bends, so the carriage has to glide back. Good. Now, as well as that right knee staying in front of the ankle, that right kneecap needs to line up with big toe, second toe. Right there is where you want that kneecap to be. Good. We're just preparing that body for more movement, so you're here for 4 more. Good. Then we're going to fly. We've got 3. Good. Really reaching that right sits bone back. Lots of length. Right sits bone from right kneecap. Good. Last 2. Last 1. All the way up. Good. Now on the next one, we're going to hold that lunge low. Hands are on the foot bar because now we're going to shift our weight. So as we come up, weight goes into the foot bar, right leg lifts, and then we come back down. Good. Shifting the weight into the foot bar, and then bringing it back down. Good. It's a lift. Good. Now I want you to think about how high can I get that right leg. It's not about height here. I want you to keep the low back long. So I don't want you to get so high that the low back arcs, okay? I want you to keep it flat. As you come into that lunge, every time that right knee comes in front of the ankle, keep that nice alignment through the knee. Good. Core is tight. It's a nice smooth lift. Try to think about those left toes being light on the carriage. Good. We've got 6 more here. Good. Last 5. Good, 4 more. Good, last 3. Good, 2 more. We're gonna hold that leg up. On the next one, leg goes high. We're gonna hold it here. Right knee pulls into the chest for a little ab curl and extends. Pull it in and extend. We got 6. Pull it in and extend. Good, in and extend. 5. Yes, you guys, 4. Keep those hips level. 3. Last 2. Good, 1 more. 1 more. Find your lunge again. On the next one, come down to that lunge. Hold your lunge. Okay, so we're nice and low. Let your heart rate come down. Right knee is in front of the ankle. Now, my back leg is still straight. Let's take that left knee now and tap the carriage. So it's a bend and extend through that back leg. Now, if you can take your right hand behind your back, go for it. Good. If that left hand can come and join it, go for it, okay? We're a little heavier on the spring than we would normally be. Good, but I want you to think about all the stabilization that's happening through that right leg, that right glute. Good, core is up and in, belly button up and in for 4 more. Good, we're not coming out of that lunge, not yet. Last 3. Good, 2 more. Whew. On the next one, you're gonna hold that left leg long. Now my right hip is gonna pulse. So we're gonna go down 1 inch and up. Down and up. Good, down. You can always bring your hands back to the foot bar if you need a little bit more support. Good. I want you to think about all of your intentional movement coming from that little gland line on the right side. So right where that hamstring meets the glute, that little crease, that's where this movement is coming bone. Your sitting bone, it narrows to pick you up and it broadens to lower you. Good, you're here for 4 more. Then we got a little heel peel coming up. Last 3. Good, last 2. Good, on your next one, you're gonna hold that beautiful lunge nice and low. Right heel is gonna peel. Peel it up, set it down. Peel it up, set it down. Good, let it burn. Reach that right sits bone back. It's nice and engaged here. Good, you're here for 4. We're gonna hold that heel high in 3. Last 2. Whew. On your next one, hold that heel high, isometric hold. Lots of reach from that right kneecap through that right sitting bone. Lots of reach, core is tight for 8, for 7, for 6, last 5. You're here for 4, 3, 2, and bring that heel down and come all the way in. Woo, the right leg burns. Nice job, guys. All right, we're not done with that right leg. We're gonna switch our springs though. So, springs come down to 1 yellow. If you don't have a yellow, you can use that blue. Okay, headrest is down now, all the way down. Now we're gonna come into a staggered stance. So, right foot is flat on the carriage in front of you. Left shin is down, okay? So, you've got a 90-90 bend on both legs. Left leg is bent behind you and down on the carriage. Now, you're gonna reach back and grab your short loops, okay? Short loops. If you only have 1 length of loop, that's fine. Good, and now we're gonna bring those arms into an offering position. So, elbows are at the waistline, palms facing up. Those back toes, the ones on the headrest, you're going to turn those toes underneath you, so a little tuck under because we're going to be coming up, okay? So this is where a lot of balance is required. Now this is the advanced part. If you want to stay on your knees and just do the arms, you do that, okay? So from here, we're going to start with arms only though. So inhale those arms out, we're going to prepare ourselves. Exhale, elbows to waist. Inhale, palms go out, palms are facing up. Elbows come back to the waist. Good, inhale out, deliver those arms forward, and come back. Now you don't want your elbows back here, because then the shoulder just took over. So you want to stop those elbows at your waistline. Good, now let's pull that belly button up and in. Okay, and let's find center because we're gonna start to raise. Good, so we're here for 2 more with just those arms. Good, last one. Okay, now we're gonna rise up. So on your next one, you're gonna deliver the arms, come all the way up into your lunge, and come all the way back down. Tap the knee, and come back up. Good, so find a spot on the wall or something in front of you that's not moving, okay, that you can fixate on and use that for balance. I want you to think about fully extending that right knee. As you come up, full extension. We don't want to hold a baby bend. You're nice and planted through that right foot. Good. Okay guys, we're going to be coming into some hovers here. Now if you're staying down, you can still do the hovers with us. Good, you're here for 4 more. Good. Nice and steady through center, so find that point with your eyes. Last 3. Good, it makes it harder for me to even talk to you. Last 2. Good, last 1. On your next one, you're gonna hold the knee low, but you're hovering. The back left knee did not touch down. From here, just the arms go. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, bend them in. Good, inhale them out. Exhale them in. You've got 6. Inhale. Exhale. Good. 5. Whew. Good. You've got 4. Keep that right knee in that nice alignment with big toe, second toe. Last 3. Good. You've got 2. Good. Give me 1 more here. Keep that back knee low. Good. Bring it back. Set that knee down for just a moment. Reset. Now those arms are not going to go, but your back knee is going to tap. So arms stay steady where they're at. Let's find that hover, and let's tap the back knee. Tapping it up and down, little lift and lower. Woo! Good, you're here for 6. Good, for 5. For 4. Last 3, hang in there. Last 2. And give me 1 more. And bring it all the way down, guys. So good. Okay, shaky. So slowly come out of that. Take those loops and just hook them around those shoulder blocks for 1 second so we can catch our breath and find our alignment. Now, we're going to be coming into some more standing work. Oh, actually, I lied. I'm sorry. Stay in that staggered stance. Right leg forward. Right leg is forward. Now, you're staying here like we were, but your back toes are no longer tucked under. So that front of the foot is nice and flat. Let that left foot relax. You're going to reach back and grab those loops 1 more time. My bad, I should have had you keep them. Okay, and you're going to grab those short loops again. Short loops, okay? Now if you're on a blue, I want you to go for those long loops. That's going to be a little bit more forgiving, okay? Now, from this position, we're finding center in our body. Arms are in a low field goal. Those elbows are straight off the shoulder. From here, my left arm is gonna rotate. We're gonna rotate through the ribs to the right. So left arm is gonna extend as I rotate towards the right and then come back to start. Good, right arm does nothing. Good, it's just holding that loop. Good, so I want you to think about those right ribs, okay, just like we did in that ab twist. Those left ribs are twisting towards the right inner thigh. Left rib cage. Okay, left rib cage twist, pelvis stays quiet, and then we come back to start. Good, so there are no layers here. I want you to think about that rib cage twisting, keeping center, so nice heavy right foot, heavy left shin. Good. My left quad is on fire because it's working so hard to stabilize me. Good, pull that belly button up and in. You've got 4 more here. Try to fully extend that left arm if you can. Good. Last 3. Good, you've got 2 more. Good, that right arm is just staying where it's at. Good, last 1. Whew. And bring it all the way back. Okay, now you can bring both knees down and hook up those straps for just a moment. Okay, we're going to be standing in a squat position now. So I'm still in that 1 yellow. I'm going to be there for a while. If you're on the blue, that's fine. You just might want to use your long loops whenever we use short loops, okay? Come up onto your feet if you feel stable. Otherwise, you are down on your knees in a high kneeling position. So it would look like this. You'd be here, okay? Now, otherwise, you're coming up onto your feet, okay? Feet are going to be just underneath those hips. You're going to reach down with your right arm and grab that short loop, okay? Short loop in the hand. Left hand is going to come to the waist or the hip, and my right hand is going to work. So I've got that low field goal position, and now we're going to take that right hand across body, and we're going to twist, okay? So right arm across the body, we're going to twist towards the foot bar, and come all the way back to start. Now hold that squat low. Reach those sitting bones back for your heels. We've got a little tilt through the torso. That's natural because of the lead with the sits bones through the squat. Good. Now in that twist, pelvis stays quiet. Okay, I want you to think about the rib cage. Good. Try to get full extension of that right arm. Keeping that right shoulder away from the ear. Okay, that right shoulder blade wraps the ribs. We've got 4 more here. You can always grab that long loop if this feels a little too aggressive. Good, last 3. Excellent, you guys. Good, last 2. Good, last 1. Okay, stay in your squat. Now my left hand is going to take the long loop. Right hand comes to the hip. So left hand is right down in front of my right thigh. And now we're going to come in to draw the sword, but we're going to start with just the elbow pull. So we're going to pull that elbow up to shoulder height and let it go back down. Good, stay low in that squat. Good, so it's really easy as we focus on those arms, right, a little bit, to come out of that squat. I want you to stay really low. Good, reaching those sits bones back. Now on the next one, we're going to try to fully extend that arm. So we're going to pull up with the elbow and then all the way out. Fold, bring it down. Good, extend elbow up, all the way out on that diagonal. Let your hands swivel in the loop and then bring it back down. Good, fully extend it out and bring it back down. Now you can keep with that half pull just to this point if this feels too aggressive on the shoulder or the elbow. Good, we're going to go for 4 more here. Good, 4. You got it. Keep that core nice and tight. Good, you've got 3. Good, 2. Good, last 1. Whew. Good, now you're going to bring that arm back down, all the way down, full range. And you're going to bring that short loop back. Both hands, we're still in the squat. Both hands are going to come into prayer in that short loop. I want you to keep low in that squat. Now, your arms are just going to be a stabilizer for right now. I want you to pulse that squat. So we're going to go 1 inch down and 1 inch up. 1 inch down and 1 inch up. So I want you to think about in that squat what's happening in your body. Those sitting bones right at the center of the glute, okay? They narrow towards the middle of your body to pick you up, and they broaden to lower. They narrow to pick you up, and they broaden to lower. It's a little movement, okay, but that's the bone rhythm in your body. You're here for 6, whew, for 5, for 4. Good, last 3, last 2. Good, now on the next one, you're going to hold that squat low. Now the squat doesn't move anymore, the arms do. We're going to extend those arms all the way out, straight off the center chest, and back in. All the way out, straight forward. Shoulders are away from your ears. You are low in that squat. I want you to think about keeping those ribs nice and tight. Good, belly button is up and in. Get that squat a ½ inch lower. We're here for 6. Good, for 5. Last 4. Good, you've got 3. Last 2. Whew. Last 1. And bring it all the way up, guys. So good. Okay, I would say shake out those legs, but I don't want you to do that while you're standing on top of the reformer. Now we're going to turn and face the rear. Okay, we're going to come into a standing bicep curl. Now for this one, again, you can be down on your knees and do everything high kneeling, okay? Or you can be up on your feet. If you are up on your feet, the closer you are to the shoulder blocks, the less aggressive this is going to be. The further away from the shoulder blocks, the more aggressive, okay? Short loops in your hands. We're going to bring those arms up and off the chest. You are low in a little squat, little demi squat, okay? Sits bones reaching back. Elbows are going to stay high, palms are up. We're going to exhale as we curl the elbow, curl at the elbow, and then extend all the way out. Good, shoulder blades wrap the ribs. Good, now with those elbows high, we are giving a little more focus to the bicep, but in that squat, that core is working nice and hard too. Keeping those shoulder blades around the ribs, you're going to feel the right and left waistline work for you as you take that bicep curl. Good, keep those elbows lifted. Nice, you guys, we've got 6 more here. Good. You've got 5. Good. Last 4. Stay low in that squat. 3. Excellent, excellent. Belly button pulled up and in. Last 2. Good. You're going to take one more bicep curl and you're going to hold it. Elbows, we're low in the squat. Elbows are going to go up 1 inch and down. Up and down. Little lift, little lower. Now as those elbows go up, the shoulder blades go down. They go down the back, okay? Let them spiral around the rib cage. Good. We're here for 4. Whew. Last 3. Good. Squat's going to pulse next. Last 2. On your next one, you're going to hold that bicep curl right there. We'll pulse of that squat. Leading with those sits bones. Lift and lower right there. Woo, you're here for 6, for 5, last 4, try to get those elbows a little higher, last 3, last 2, and bring it all the way down. Woo, so good. All right, now, I said all the way down, but if you need a break to come down to your knees, do so, but we're going to take that squat facing the other way. So you're going to hook up your left strap, okay, and keep that right one in your hand. It's going to go to your left hand. All right, so we're facing the opposite way, facing the left side of the reformer. If you are down on your knees, that is absolutely fine, okay? Left hand has the short loop. We're going to find that squat again. So again, leading with the sits bones. Knees do not come in front of the toes. They stay behind the toes, okay? Belly button is pulled up and in. It's hard for you to see that with my shirt, but I want you to think about a nice tight core, okay? Now my right hand is on my hip, my left hand low field goal position. We're going to extend that left arm across the body with a rotation. So we're going to exhale to prepare. Inhale, reach it across, rotate towards the foot bar, and then bring it back. Don't let your hips move. Rotate on your inhale, exhale back to start. Now that inhale is going to give you some space to your vertebrae so that rotation is possible. Good. But you can absolutely try switching that breath if that exhale feels better as you cross the body. Want you to keep that core engaged. Good. We got 6 more here. Good. Last 5. Keep that left shoulder down. Good. You've got 4. Whew. Good. Stay low in that squat. Last 3. Good. 2 more. Good. We're going to go last 1. And bring it all the way back. Now, right hand takes the long loop. Okay, we're going to go for drawing the sword. So, I've got my thumb laced in that long loop, fingertips nice and light on the outside. Left hand is on the hip. We're going to do that half pull. So, elbow comes up off the shoulder. Inhale, send it back down. Exhale, pull it up off the shoulder. Inhale, send it back down. Good. Let's go for 3 more here. Keeping those shoulders square. Good, that squat is burning, I know mine is. Good. Last 2. Whew. Last 1. Good. On the next one, we're going to fully extend. So pull that elbow up, take that arm all the way out, and bring it back down. Good. If this is too aggressive to go all the way out, you just keep doing that half pull. Let's recommit to that squat. Send those sits bones back. Pull that belly button in. Good. Nice control through that right shoulder. We've got 4 more on this side. Good. We've got 4. Good. Last 3. Good, you guys. Last 2. Good. This is your last one here. Good. Bringing it all the way back down to start. Hands come in the short loop now for prayer. Stay low in that squat. Don't come out of it. I know those legs burn. Now, from here, we're going to just pulse that squat. Hands are there as a stabilizer. Keep them at chest center. Pulsing down and up. 1 inch down, 1 inch up. Tiny lift and lower. Good. Leading with those sits bones. Pull that belly button up and in. Ignore the quads. Good. Think more about those glutes. Narrowing and expanding. Good. We're here for 6. Arms are going to come next. For 5. Last 4. Good. You've got 3. Last 2. Woo. On your next one, you hold that squat low. Arms jut out. So we're going to send them out on the inhale. Exhale, bring them back to chest center. Inhale, send them out. Keep that flat back. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring them back. Good. 6 more. Woo. Sweaty, sweaty. 5. Good. Last 4. Lots of isometric holds in this. Good. Last 3. You got it. Last 2. Good. And let's go 1 more. And bring it all the way in and come all the way up and give those legs a little wiggle. All right, we're going to come down into that staggered stance because we're going to start with that windmill and then we're going to come into that lunge position. All right, so this time my left foot is forward. Okay, I'm just going to switch my straps here. Okay, left foot is forward, nice and flat. Right shin is heavy. And that leg is back on that headrest, okay? We're going to reach down and grab, actually I should grab both straps, so I don't know why I fixed that other one. Both straps, okay? Both short loops. Now again, if this is aggressive, you grab the long loops, and that'll ease it up a little bit, okay? You can also bring both knees down to the carriage into a low kneeling position if that feels better. Okay, so I want you to find center in your body, okay? So if you're shifting all of your weight into that right leg, let's bring it back to center. So you have a heavy left foot. Arms are in a low field goal position, and now we're going to twist to the left. And we're going to extend the right arm. So exhale to prepare. Inhale, extend that right arm. Right ribs to left inner thigh. And bring it back. Good. Extend that right arm all the way out. Keep those shoulders down. And come all the way back to start. Inhale, twist. I want you to think about that right rib cage coming towards that left inner thigh. And back. Good. Twist. Find center with those legs because they're going to be working pretty hard in a minute. Twist and back. Good. Twist and back. Let's go for 6 more. Good. Fully extend that right arm if you can. It doesn't need to get full extension, but if it can. Good. Last 4. Last 3. Good. 2. Good. Last 1. And bring it all the way back to start. Now those hands are going to stay in the short loops, but those elbows are going to come to the waistline. This is where it gets spicy. I think we all remember the first round, right? So back toes are going to tuck under. So those right toes, they're tucked under on that headrest. My elbows are down at my waistline and I'm recentering my body. So I want you to find a really good position with that right knee under the hip and that 90-degree angle with that left leg. We're going to start with just those arms to prepare ourselves for bigger movement. So we're going to inhale, palms are facing up, we're offering forward. Exhale, elbows stop at the waist. Inhale, send those arms out and long. Our shoulder blades wrap the ribs and bring it back. Good, tighten the core as you deliver those arms forward. And then exhale, bring the elbows back. I want you to actively think about tightening the core and drawing those ribs close together. Let's go for 4 more, and then we're going to start with that full lift. Good. Last 3. Good, we've got 2 more. Good, last 1. Okay, here we go. We're going to fully stand on the next one. So, on your exhale, we're going to stand all the way up. My right leg is tired. I got to find an adjustment there. Good, and then come all the way back down. Good, all the way up. And I didn't tap the knee the first time, but I want you to tap that right knee. Good, and come all the way back up. Fully offer those arms forward, full extension of that left knee. And back down. We've got 6 more here. Good, fight through this, guys. This is the most aggressive right here. We're here for 5. You've got this. Good. We're here for 4. Good. Last 3. Find that spot with your eyes. Good. 2 more. Good. Last 1. Woo. On the next one, holding that hover. Here we go. Right knee is over the carriage, just 1 inch. Let's take those arms out, only the arms. Good. Heavy left foot. Heavy left foot. You're here for 6. Woo. You're here for 5. We have a little reset coming up, so stay with me. You're here for 4. Core is tight. Last 3. You got it. Good. Last 2. Good. And bring it back. Set that right knee down. Give it a second. Reset, okay? Sometimes it's worse to reset, right? Everything's on fire. Now, those arms are going to stay where they're at. And we're just going to work on that back knee tapping, lifting and lowering, okay? So, elbows at waistline. Find center in your body. Let's find that hover, hold, and tap. Back knee taps. Yes. Nice and strong. Let's go for 6. You've got this. Good. Last 5. Good, I'm telling myself I got it. Last 4. Good. For 3. Last 2. Woo. 1 more for good measure. Ooh, and bring it all the way down. Holy, ooh, holy cow, I'm gonna fall off the reformer. Don't fall off the reformer. I don't want to hear about anybody falling off the reformer. Hook up those straps, okay? Give yourself a second. If you want to take a quick little child's pose, hands on the foot bar. Push yourself away, send those sits bones back. Woo, all right. We are gonna come into some postural work. So, actually I lied, jumping lunge, I almost forgot. Okay, come down off to the left side of your reformer. Hook up that red spring and take off that yellow or blue. Okay, so you only have 1 spring and it's the red one. Make sure those loops are tucked away. And we're going to work on that jumping lunge on the left side. So, left foot is down on the floor. Right foot is up against that shoulder block. And right away, I want you to come to a point where that right knee is off the carriage because we're going to extend that right leg all the way out. All right? So now, we're not going to let that reformer tell us what to do, okay? We're going to control it. So I want you to think about bending that left knee nice and deep to send the reformer back. So exhale, bend that left knee into your lunge. Carriage slides because you bent that front knee. Inhale, back up. Keep that back leg long. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Good. Now that left knee, it's got that beautiful alignment, right? That left kneecap is in front of the ankle. That's where it lives. And that left knee is lining up with big toe, second toe. Right in between those 2 toes. Good. We want to hold that alignment as we work here. Even when we come out of that jumping lunge, it lands with that alignment. Good. Let's go for 4 more here, and then we're going to start to fly. Good. Lots of length on that left thigh. Last 3. Good. Last 2. Reach that left sits bone back. Good. Now on your next one, we're gonna lunge, but as we come up, we're gonna shift our weight into the foot bar, left leg extends, and we come back down. Good, bring it up, and bring it down. Good, you guys, good. Now that, I'm not worried about how high that leg goes. We don't wanna think about height. Instead, we wanna think about length on the front body. Good, try to keep those toes light on the reformer. Use that core. Pull that belly button up and in. Those elbows stay soft as you shift your weight. Good, we got 6 more here. Good, last 5. Good, nice and smooth with the carrot. Try not to let it bang like I did 4. Good, that's tired muscles. 3. Good, 2 more. Good, last one. We're gonna hold it up. Hold it up there now, curl it in and out. In, out, 6 more, in, out. Curl through those abdominals. Good, 5. Yes, 4. Good, 3. We're gonna find that lunge again. 2. Good, 1 more. Curl nice and deep. Bring it back down to that lunge. Hold it down there. Woo, hold it down there. All right, back knee. That right leg is still long. We're gonna tap the right knee. Bend and tap and extend. Right knee bends and taps, and then you send it out. So it's a small movement. Okay, my right quad feels it. I'm sure yours does too. I want you to think of staying low in that lunge on that left side. Okay, so that left leg is stabilizing. If you can take your left hand behind your back, let's go for it. Woo. Right arm's gonna come too. Good, so now all the stabilization is in that left leg. Good, core is required to keep that pelvis neutral. Good, let's go 6 more. Woo. 5. Last 4. 3. Last 2. On your next one, you're gonna hold that right leg long. Now the left sits bone, down and up. Down and up through that left hip. Little pulse, little lift and lower through that left leg. Good. Left sitting bone narrows towards the midline to pick you up, and then it broadens. It's a little lift and a little lower, never fully extending that left knee. You're here for 4 more. Woo. Last 3. Good. Last 2. On your next one, you're going to hold it low. Let's peel that heel. Left heel peels up and down. Peel it up 1 inch and set it down. Good. Set that heel down with some intention. Really send it through the floor. You're here for 4. Good. For 3. Last 2. Hold the next one with the heel lifted. Hold and breathe. Can you sink a little lower in that lunge? We're here for 8. For 7, pour that core nice and tight. For 6. For 5, for 4, last 3, last 2, heel down, come all the way back up, guys. So good. Take a little shake of those legs. Whoo, my goodness, they are tired and dripping with sweat. Okay, we're gonna come into some postural work for real now this time. I didn't forget anything else. All right, so changing that spring, we're gonna come to 1 blue spring. 1 blue, so even if you have a yellow, I want you to try it on a blue. If that feels too aggressive, you come to your long loops first. If that still feels too aggressive, you take it down to a yellow spring, okay? So, we're gonna be in a high kneeling, but first I want you to reach back and grab your short loops. Okay, we're gonna start with that offering. So, we've done it a couple times already today. I want you to think about those knees 4 inches apart parallel, elbows right at waist level, palms facing up, okay? Now, the closer you are to the shoulder blocks, the less aggressive as well. So the further you are towards the foot bar, it's gonna be a little harder, all right? From here, we're gonna inhale those arms forward, exhale, elbows in. Good, inhale, take it out. Stopping the elbows, stopping them at the waist. Remember, we don't let them come behind the waist because now my shoulder just took over and my core totally checked out. So we want to keep that core engaged. Pull that belly button up and in, close the ribs as you deliver the arms forward. Good. Good. Exhale. Inhale, deliver. Exhale, bend. Good, let's go 4 more. Good, last 3. Good, 2 more. Good, now on the next one, you're gonna hold it there. We're gonna bring our arms out to the side, and they're gonna be slightly bent and also slightly in front of the body. Those elbows, they're not behind my shoulder, okay? So I didn't wanna be back here. Okay, I opened up my ribs and now my shoulders took over. Close your ribs, close the belly button up and in, sternum over pubic bone. Okay, core is fully engaged. Exhale, close, hug a tree. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Good. Exhale, tighten, pull the belly button up and in. Good. Pull those ribs together. Let's go 4 more. Good. Last 3. Good. Last 2. Woo. Good. On your next one, we're going to bring it together, but we're going to hold it there. Pointer finger and thumb come together now, okay? We got a little diamond in front of our body. We're going to lower that diamond to the pelvis, and now we're going to bring it up to the chest. We're going to lower it to the pelvis, and we're going to tighten the core and bring it up to the chest. Good. Lift and lower. Keep that core tight. We're here for 4 more. I know those arms are getting tired. We've got 1 more layer. Last 3. Good. 2 more. Good. Last 1. Hold it there. Now we're going to slide that diamond to the chest and slide it back out. Inhale. Exhale, deliver it forward, pull the belly button in. Good, you got this. Hang really tight here. Good, let's go for 6. We've got this. Good, I know you're shaking, I am too. 5. Good, we can do this. 4. Woo. Good. Last 3. Excellent, stay tall. Last 2. And 1 more. Woo. And all the way back in. Oh my gosh. All right, hang up those loops. They have no longer a purpose today. Okay, so let those straps just rest there. Roll those shoulders out a little bit. We got 1 last burner. Okay, and then we're gonna stretch. All right, so hook your yellow spring back on if you have one. If you don't, keep the blue. All that's gonna do is make the carriage a little tougher to send out because we're gonna be in a plank, but otherwise the carriage is gonna stay where it's at, where we take it to, so you don't have to really worry about the spring weight so much, okay? Hands. We're going to burn out that upper body a little bit more. Hands are shoulder width apart on that foot bar. All 10 fingers are on the front side of the foot bar. We're going to stand and take our feet 4 inches apart parallel, and they are about 4 to 6 inches away from the edge of the reformer. Okay, from here, we're going to keep our shoulders over our wrists, and we're going to send that carriage all the way out into a plank, and we're going to hold it. Okay, so now, I want you to lift up out of those shoulders, okay? Find that little dome between your shoulder blades. Pull that belly button up and in. We're going to do some series of push-ups here. We're going to go for 5 and a hold, 4 and a hold, 3 and a hold, and so on, all the way down to 1, okay? So here we go. We're going to go 5 push-ups. Down, up, 4, up, 3. Fully lift up out of those shoulders. Good. Last 2. 1 more. And hold. Hold and breathe. Hold. Reset. Pull that belly button up and in. Keep that nice long plank. Good. We're going to go for 4. Here we go. 4. Lift up. 3. Good. This is going to be a total of 15 when we're done. 2. Oh, last 1. Hold. Hold your plank. Find your nice plank. So I want you to reconnect. Because what happens is we tend to get sloppy, right? Reconnect to the plank. We're going to go for 3 strong push-ups. Here we go. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Last 2. Last 1. Yes. Hold it up there. Hold, hold, hold. Reconnect to that plank. We've got 2. That's it. Let's pull that belly button up and in. Make sure those shoulders are over your wrists. Here we go. Down. Up. 1 more. up, hold. Hold, hold, hold. We just got one push-up left. That's it. Hold and breathe right here. Last push-up. Here we go. All the way down. Up, hold for 8, for 7, for 6, last 5, for 4, last 3, last 2, and bring it all the way in, guys. So good. Bring your knees down, all the way down to the carriage. Okay, it doesn't really matter which spring you're on right now, so you can leave it on a blue, a yellow. We're going to push back to a child's pose. So take those feet on the outside of the shoulder blocks, knees the width of the reformer, and just press away from that foot bar, keeping your hands on top of the foot bar. We're just stretching out that shoulder. Good, reaching those glutes or those sits bones back for the heels or for the shoulder blocks. Holding it here, letting your body just release. Bring that heart rate down. You had a lot of holding in there. Good. We're here for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Good, come all the way up, and now we're going to come into pigeon. So left leg is going to come in front. Left leg bent in front. Right leg is going to go back, okay, onto the headrest. So I want you to think of lifting up so the quad and the shin are down, facing down on the reformer, and I'm between the shoulder blocks with that right leg. Left leg is bent in front of me, and I'm just going to bring my forearms to the foot bar and relax my head. And just really sit into that left hip and find that nice deep stretch. Still engage the core, pull it up and in. Good, and just holding it here and breathing. Good. Whew. We're here for 4. Good, last 3. Last 2. Good, coming up with the chest. We're going to turn and face the right. Left leg's going to stay bent in front, but now my right leg is going to spiral so that the toes are pointed up now. Shin and thigh, everything points up. We're going to come into a side stretch. So take that left hand to the foot bar. We're going to press it all the way out, and that right arm is going to come up and overhead. Nice big reach. That right hip is lifted off the carriage, that spine. Good, and then we're going to bring it back. Right hand is going to come to the shoulder block. Left hand is going to reach up and over the head. Good. Let's go 2 more. Good. Reaching up and over that right hand. Nice big stretch out of that right waistline. Good. Coming back, right hand to the front shoulder block. Left hand comes up and over. Good. 2 more. Pressing it out. Right arm up and overhead. Good. Coming back. Left arm up and over. Last time. Good, coming all the way upright. We're going to turn and face the rear. So facing the back of the machine, both legs are on that headrest now, interlaced between the shoulder blocks. We're going to sit nice and tall on those sitting bones. Bring those arms up and overhead so we are super tall. From here, we're going to take an inhale breath. Exhale, round that spine down over those legs. Nice forward fold. Grab onto the knees, the shins, ankles, toes, whatever you can reach. And just give yourself a nice pull. And just breathe. Good, we're here for 6. Last 5. Good, you've got 4. Last 3. 2. Good, rolling it all the way back up to start. Let's turn and face the right or the left side of the reformer. So we're gonna do that side stretch or that side bend. Left toes pointing straight up over the headrest. Right knee is still bent. My right hand comes to that foot bar. Make sure your right hand is in front of your shoulder, not behind you. It's in front, okay? From here, we're gonna press all the way out. Left arm comes up and overhead. Nice big stretch out of that left waistline. If your left hip is off the carriage, that is fine. Just want you to find a nice stretch here. Come all the way back. Left hand to that shoulder block that's in front of you, and right arm comes up and overhead. Nice big stretch up out of that right waist. Good. Let's bring that right hand back to the foot bar. Extend that left arm up overhead. Big stretch to the waist. Good. Coming all the way back. Left hand to the shoulder block. Right hand up and over. Good, and now 2 more times, that's it. Left arm up and over for the last time. Good, keeping those left toes pointed up. Right arm last time, up and over. Good, big stretch. Good, coming all the way back up. And now we're gonna turn into that pigeon. So right knee stays bent. Left shin and thigh face the carriage now, so they're turned downward. Let's bring the forearms to the foot bar, rest your head, and just go ahead and find that nice big stretch through that right hip. Okay, so wiggle yourself into it, whatever feels good in your body. If you need to be more upright with the chest, you can be. Good, holding it here. Allowing yourself to sink into that stretch with every exhale. You're here for 6. Good, last 5. For 4. Last 3. You've got 2. Good, coming all the way back up. And last thing right here, let's come right back into that child's pose. Feet on the outside of the shoulder blocks, hands on the foot bar, or they can be down on the platform, whatever feels good. And you're just gonna press back, reach those sitting bones back, extend through the shoulder a bit, and just let yourself release. 2 big breaths right here. Inhale. Exhale, fully let it go. Big inhale. Good, exhale, fully let it go. And come all the way back up. Guys, you are all done. So that was quite an advanced workout, okay? A lot of it comes from all that standing work. We burnt out those legs quite a bit. So that's the other reason it comes into a more advanced level of a reformer workout. Okay, I gave you those modifications. Try it with the modifications, but if you feel like you can add in some of the moves, even if it's for just 2 or 3 reps, try it. That's the way you're gonna increase your tolerance, and you're gonna grow and challenge your body, okay? Awesome job today. If you have any questions about this video, please comment on the video in YouTube. I always look and I will write you back, or you can always DM me on Instagram at JESS Fit. All right, I'll see you next time.